Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles back again for another review. This time it's the Kotobukiya Horror Bishoujo, Ash Williams from Evil Dead 2.
For all your Kotobukiya statues, click the link in the description below to head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out.
Alright, so this took more than 4 weeks to get to Australia from BBTS, thanks to the ridiculous US Postal Service. But it's finally here, and I have to say it is absolutely gorgeous. And probably right up there with my favourites in the Horror Bishoujo series. I'll just quickly run through the box art here. So you get the usual style on the front with the window, and the side with the artwork by Shinya Yamashita, which is always nice. And there's the back art with a photo of the statue itself and the Book of the Dead, and there's the Book of the Dead on the side there. So it does look fantastic. I'll just bring her over now, and all the detailing in this statue is top notch. I can't really fault it in any way. There's no real issues with the paint application, and the level of detail all the way through is really nice in the sculpt as well. So I love the fact that they use the real chain, or real metal chain there, for the cellar door, and there's the Deadite trying to get out there, and of course you also get the Book of the Dead at the back there, and that is nicely molded in. It is attached. I actually thought it was going to come separate, but it is attached, which is probably nice. I didn't want that sort of floating around, but all in all, this base is really in keeping with the movie. And it's been a while since I've seen the movie, and I just remember seeing it for the first time back in the late 80s, when I was maybe only about 12 or 13 years old. And I can't even remember watching the first one. This second movie, I just remember laughing hysterically all the way through it. It was just a crazy movie. And this sort of representation of Ash is really outstanding. Just the way all of the shirt tatters and things like that, and of course the iconic chainsaw hand, is really in keeping with that sort of final battle in the movie. And of course she also has the shotgun on the back there. You can't take it out, I don't think. He did have the sawn off shotgun in the movie, but she's just got it on the back there. And overall, I do like the face sculpt as well. Normally their Bishoujo face sculpts are a bit more stylized than the artwork, but this one is quite in keeping with the artwork as well. So there is the sort of lip scar there, or scratch, and the eyes have a beautiful gloss to them. And I love the sort of tousled hair there. The chainsaw is really nicely detailed. I love the sort of blood spatter on the chain part there, and the detailing in the main engine part, and of course the way it attaches to the hand is just like it was in the movie. And all the sort of tears in her shirt are pretty much accurate to the movie as well. And all her little scratches on the arms and legs and the face and so on are reminiscent of the movie. And of course there's always the bit of fan service in these Bishoujo statues, with the bra showing, and of course the tight shorts with the money shot from the back there, which I gotta love. I did notice that the skin tone on this particular Bishoujo is a little darker, and there's almost like a very slight freckling sort of coming through in some of the skin tone, which is really nice. Some of the other ones, like Chucky and Freddy Krueger, have a very sort of pale, almost translucent skin tone, which is sort of signature Bishoujo. But this one here has almost like a tan to it, which I really do like. And it's consistent all the way through in the various exposed skin parts, which is good. The sculpting on the boots, there's no sort of mixed media or anything in this sort of scale, but the sculpting is really nicely done in the laces and the sort of molding work around the ankles and so on. So that's all nicely done. The shirt looks beautiful with all of its folds, and the paint app on the blood spatter is really quite realistic as well. I love the belt detailing there, the sort of furry trim on the shorts. So overall, This is an outstanding statue. If you're into this horror Bishoujo series, this is definitely one to get. I might just grab the other 4 and give you guys a look at all 4 of them. Hold on. Alright, so here are the horror Bishoujos that I have in my collection, and I have to say, with these representations of these iconic characters, Bishoujo have pretty much done all of them beautiful justice. I can't rave on about these enough. The only one I didn't get was the Bride of Chucky statue. I just went with the Chucky version at the back there. I guess I didn't think she was immediately recognizable or as iconic as these other ones. And I think overall they've done a pretty consistent scale across the board with these statues. Even taking into account the base there, this Ash statue is maybe just a bit slightly shorter than Freddy there and Jason, and of course I would say the Edward Scissorhands at the back is probably the tallest. I'm thinking when Pinhead comes out next year, that one might be the tallest. That does look pretty big, and I think the only other one they've got coming after that is the Michael Myers, which is probably the only one that I find actually disappointing. That one really seems a bit overly simple, and they've sort of done a throwaway with the mask just lying on the ground, I guess, with the Deadite there and the Book of the Dead. It's probably a bit more appropriate for the Ash statue. So that's probably one that I will end up getting just for completeness, but overall these statues so far are pretty amazing. So hopefully you like that quick look at this new Ash Williams statue from Kotobukiya. Hopefully you can click that like and subscribe button. I do have a few more Transformers Masterpiece and Hot Toys and Sideshow figures coming up over the next few months, so hopefully you can subscribe and stay tuned for all of that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.